welcome back to my channel. It's Kay, and today I'm going to organize my electronics drawer. I do have some electronics in the other room, as you saw in another video, which I will put in a card. However, I have a good deal of electronics in another room as well where I use them more often. So I'm going to organize that drawer today. Even though I had organized it initially, I don't think it's very efficient. So let's take a look and see what's going on. All right, here's Clover. I know you guys are missing him. Right now he's enjoying one of these no-hide, rawhide thingies. It's made of like pineapple or potato or something like that instead of rawhide. So it's a little healthier, more digestible, but he's really going for it. Anyway, here's the current situation I have for my electronics. You can see I have some out here as well, but I have the first drawer up here. I don't think I've showed you guys really the inside of this drawer. The first thing that annoys me is it doesn't pull all the way out, but I don't, what do you expect from IKEA? So I've got some of these Container Store totes in here, boxes, but they don't have tops. The tops are on the bottom, and I've got another shoe box in here. I think this is actually an okay setup. There's nothing on this side, so I'm going to try and figure out how I can fit all of my gear in here safely and securely without making myself too crazy. So we're gonna get to work on this. The most important part of organizing any space is to go ahead and remove everything from the space before you start doing anything. I gave it a good vacuum with my Dyson cordless vac. I love this thing. I've been using it for 4 years. It has never steered me wrong. And the next thing I did was go ahead with a microfiber cloth and give it a good scrub. Make sure I got all the dirt that was in there, and it was so clean when I just started to organize. I just placed everything that was in the drawer on the floor so that I could look at everything in one place. And that is the other key to organizing spaces, that after you take everything out, place everything in one place so you can see it all and see if you've got any duplicates, see if you find anything that doesn't belong in there. And I found a few things that definitely did not belong in there. Now, like most YouTubers, I have quite a few external hard drives. I just wanted to keep the cords together so they didn't drive me crazy, and I was looking for a particular cord to go with a particular hard drive. I also have a lot of little things. Look at this little tiny nub pointer from the Apple Pencil. Is that not the smallest thing? It's so tiny. It's the replacement nub, so I needed to have it someplace where I could easily find it, so I took all of the teensy tiny things that were related to electronics, and I put them in this little hinged box. This is from the Container Store. It's one of my favorite things you can buy there. It's amazing. It just opens up like that. Anything that's super tiny and hard to keep track of, put it right inside. It's also good for SD cards too. So I have a lot of electronic cords and cables, which I love, and I was just trying to try this Blue Lounge cord organizer. You sort of stick the cords in there. I'm not sure I'm in love with this little cord guide because it takes a little bit more effort than I'd like to put them in there, but they do look nice once they're in. I'm just going to give it a try and see if I'm going to realistically put them back after every use. That is one of the keys to organizing, is you want to make things as easy as possible for yourself. I'm willing to go one step further just because I like to experiment, but make it easy. When I was there, I also discovered a cord which wasn't part of any situation. It was actually a cord that went with my printer. My printer is in the corner of the room. It didn't need to be with all that stuff. So I wrapped it up in a cord. I put a command hook on the printer and stuck the cord on. That way it's with the printer and it doesn't have to be with all the rest of that stuff. I loved this idea. Now that I've neatly wrapped up all the cords and cables and have determined that everything that was in that pile needed to be there, I started to put everything back and categorize everything. I put all my cords and cables together, the cameras and lenses were together, and everything I needed for editing I put in one place too. Okay, I'm all done. I think it's much more manageable now. So I really just moved the bins around. These two are now beside each other instead of being across from one another. I did take the cords off of the external hard drives because they sit so nicely like this. I'll probably put the labels on the top here so I can see which one is which, and the adapters are in the back so that when I need these, because I use these when I'm editing, I'll actually just take out the whole container when I'm editing and take it over to my computer, because I use the headphones and I use the external hard drives to put the data on after I'm done with it. So that is going to be really great. This is where I put all of my cords and AC adapters. I've got 3 AC adapters and several sets of cords. I'm not sure which I'm going to like better, these, which I think are probably my favorite, or these blue lounge guys. I'm just going to try these out and see if I'm really going to put those back. My instinct says no, but I'm going to try it out anyway. And I changed this. This is like a travel electronic container where it's soft on the bottom. I'm just going to put my smaller camera in here. I have my old Samsung camera, which I actually love to use still. It's really, look at how cute it is. It's mint green. How cute is that? And I can stick my Sony in there too, because my Sony camera is actually pretty small. That's my vlogging camera. The only thing I don't love about that camera, it doesn't have an external mic input. So, but it's small enough to use when I'm out and about. So that's the camera I use for vlogging. I'm just gonna stick it right in there. The camera I'm filming with now is the Canon camera. It's pretty big, so I'm just gonna keep it in its package and keep it in the closet. I have a carrier for it. I do have a Canon, what is this? SL2, which is a bigger DSLR camera. I'm actually gonna hang this up right in here right now. It's in my closet with all of my dresses and everything. But sometimes when I want to put the camera away really quickly and all the stuff away really quickly, I left some space. I could just place it here and just have it there temporarily, or it can actually live there. I really don't mind. It's pretty big, so it has to have some space, but I left some space for it to go, and I have a little other tripod as well that I just shoved in there. And I think that's gonna do it for my electronic organizing area. This is just really all the YouTube equipment that I need for making YouTube videos. It's a lot of stuff. I do love this stuff. I am a tech head. I love machines and gadgets and things like this, but it just took me a little bit to figure out what I wanted to do with this stuff, because this is in the living room, and this is where I do all of my editing. I don't edit in bed or anything. I just do it right here on the couch. And so I needed a place where it was really close, and that's the best place. There are some things that I did remove that didn't belong in there, like this little drawer organizer and this little bin full of organizing cord organizers. I think I'm just gonna stick them in the closet and put them in the junk drawer, or the utility drawer as I like to call it. And there's some packaging here. This cord actually does not go with anything I need. It has a G on it, which means it's USB-C. So I suspect this is my husband's cord. I think this goes with one of his phones, so I'm gonna give this back to him, although he did recently switch back to Apple, so he probably doesn't need this anymore. However, I'll get back to him, and I don't know why my index cards were in there, and that's another little box as well. I'm just gonna put with that business. So I'm all done, and I'm really happy. All right, I'm gonna call it done, and I will see you guys in the next video. If you like videos like this, please subscribe. I post 3 times a week, organizing, cleaning, vlogs, singing stuff occasionally. I have to go because I have to practice Italian for tonight's opera rehearsal, otherwise I'm gonna be in really big trouble, and that's not good. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!